Welcome everyone to day 2 of the Portsmouth Invitational recap. This edition of the All Around, which is episode 32. We got Cardell Dudley Jr. here. I'm Wilson Tarpe Jr. You've been busy today, man. You had 3 games, as you shared with us last night. So we'll get started in order. Norfolk Sports Club beating Portsmouth Sports Club 92-83.
Yes, sir. Those two played the first day. Like I always say, Portsmouth is a week-long battle. Normally, players need a game to kind of get their footing, you know what I'm saying? Not just individually, but even with their teams, get used to playing one another because they really don't have any practice time or whatnot. So both teams played, and you saw certain guys sustain, and you saw certain guys elevate. I think this game was dominated by the point guards, and I mentioned 2 of them yesterday. For Norfolk Sports Club, Ray J. Dennis, you know what I mean, out of Baylor. You know, like I said, he's a savvy point guard, you know, can pass and finish in a variety of ways and controls the game. Well, he did just that to help Norfolk win. He had 24 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, 3 rebounds, and 9 of 13 shooting from the field, 4 from deep. That's what I mean by the efficiency, man. Just 3 levels, man. He controlled the game, and he had fed a lot of guys. You know, Kyle Rode had 19 points. Isaac Jones had 15 points. Eric Dixon played better with 12 points and 4 assists. All that was predicated off what Ray J. Dennis was doing, man. And he had a pretty good game yesterday, but today he was just off the charts. You know what I mean? And I know he wild scouts. You know, just to have the number says it all in a win. And the thing is, he had his hands full because he was going up against another point guard that went crazy, Aaron Estrada. I talked about him yesterday, how he's just so crafty as a finisher, man. It's a lot of ways he can finish with either hand, hook shots, runners, floaters, step back jumpers, whatever you name it, he could get it done. But he can also facilitate as well, man. So dangerous in the pick and roll, lethal, man. So and he's quick. He may not be the quickest player in this tournament, but he's quick, and he knows how to change speeds on you, which makes him look quicker. He finished with a game high 30, 12 of 23 from the field, 5 of 9 from deep, had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, man. You know, in 38 minutes, he was torching, above 50%. That was huge, man. You know what I'm saying? So the 2 point guards, they came to play. They was rumbling. Tyler Burton out of Villanova, is known for his defense. I feel like he had a much better game. 12 points, 9 rebounds, turning the ball over a little bit too much. He got to get his handle better. That's just facts. 2 games watching him. That's the thing that's stopping him from possibly playing the league. Like, guys get up in him, his handle a little shaky, and you can make him fumble the ball, mess up plays, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not the most confident ball handler. You can see that. So that's something he got to get to. But he's tough. He can defend 1 through 3, at the next level. And he's somebody that don't need a lot of shots, man. He's more of a glue guy type of guy. Ironically, coming from Villanova, the kind of role that you see Dante DiVincenzo, the way he plays, that's a Burton, and Burton is a little bit bigger because I think DiVincenzo is about 6'4". Tyler Burton 6'6", 6'7". So, it'd be huge. Tyler Wall, strap season. That's what I call him out of Wisconsin. That boy loves the defense. 6'8", 6'9", but he moves like he's 6'1". It's crazy. And he loves the strap, man. Finished with a double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds, just tough. He does the dirty work. And can guard 1 through 4 at the next level because of his size. You know what I mean? When I mean he's tough, he's physical, he moves his feet well, he goes for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you can dance on him all day. He's gonna be there. Anytime you're ready to shoot, I'm gonna be there. So it's just that. But he also does the grimy stuff, going to get the boards, set screens, move well without the ball, offensive putbacks, knows how to play basketball. He's the type of guy, the ultimate glue guy. He's the type of guy that could play off stars and be a star in his role and help you win games. And I think that's what could and should, honestly, if he keeps playing like this, get him a job at the next level. Joel Soriano, look, I talked about how he was dominant yesterday. My man got off to a slow start. I ain't even going to say slow start. With the guards killing, he ain't get the ball a lot. at first for like the majority of the first half, I say. You know what I'm saying? My man still finished with 15 and 13. 15 points and 13 rebounds, man. That man getting it done, man. He's just Mr. Consistent. By far, he's been the most productive and best big in Portsmouth over the first 2 days. It's not close. 7 of 14 from the field. Didn't get to the free throw line, so that tells you he was probably lighting them up from mid-range. He has a very soft touch. And he had 13 rebounds, but 7 of those 13 rebounds were offensive. So that tells you he was putting in work. You know, he was getting it in, man. So those are the guys from the first game, that shine.
All right, we're gonna keep things moving to the second game. Portsmouth Partnership, they ran past Sales Systems 96-78.
Yeah, man. This was I was looking forward to this game. Obviously, I wanted to see James Bishop covering him for the last 2-3 years since he came to GW. Just seen him, just grow. And it was it was fun watching him kind of adjust, because in the first half he really wasn't on the ball, and at GW he was always on the ball. I think his senior year, this was the first time he kind of played a little bit more off the ball, and I think that was Caputo kind of preparing him for what I'm saying, the next level, what I'm saying, the level he's trying to get ready for. And you could tell it was an adjustment for him, man. He was in the backcourt with Mac Adams, you know what I mean? It was it was different for him. But second half he figured it out. And his coaching staff figured out they put the ball more in his hands, and he just got the board and he just got more aggressive. And then he became James Bishop. He looked like James Bishop. And, he shined. Even though it was a losing effort, he had 2 points, I think, at halftime. He finished with 11 points on 5 of 7 shooting. You know what I mean? He had a couple assists, turnovers. You got to get those down. He had 4 turnovers. And like I said, that was with him trying to adjust. He had 2 steals. I think he's a very good defender when he doesn't gamble, but when he gets to reaching and stuff like that, obviously, it looks bad. You know what I'm saying? They can get by him. But like it's his first game. I expect him to be better, because now I think, the way he played in the second, I think he has some confidence. He is in a rhythm. And, you know what I mean? He'll go from there. Staying on the sales system, other guys that stood out. Jalen Williams out of Auburn, 12 points, 4 for 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from deep. A little bit foul prone, lost his cool a little bit, picked up a tech, and, but you can see the physical and athleticism, the physical intangibles and the athleticism that can make him, stand out. He just stay within the game and stay within himself, you know what I'm saying? Just focus on hooping. He got to rebound better, though. That's for sure. He's too physically gifted not to be down there crashing boards. But one-on-one and figuring out how to get his shots off and stuff, he definitely showed that. And, he shot a good percentage, 50% from the field, 40% from deep or whatnot. So you can definitely score the ball. Riley Minix, man, 16 points, 6 of 10 shooting, 4 of 5 from deep, 5 rebounds. He shot the leather off the ball. It is out of Morehead State. He shot the 6'7", 240. I believe I heard that he started at the NAIA program. He shot the hell out of the ball. Deep range, tough, understands how to move without the ball. Smart, savvy defender. Like, he understands angles and he understands how to use his hands. You got to be very careful with him, because he may not look like he'll move with you or make an impact on that end, but he will. And if you make a mistake, he got the ball. You know what I mean? Tough, not understands position and even take charges or whatnot, man. But he's confident, man. He can knock it down. You gotta get out there, and he's capable of putting it on the floor and making things happen as well. So, very talented guy. I enjoy watching him, and I'm looking forward to watching him even more as the as the week goes on. Moving over to the Portsmouth partnership side of things, DJ Horn. he came in probably out of the day with the biggest buzz, obviously, for the run that NC State had. And he played like DJ Horn, just a bucket. There's no getting around that. 18 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 3 of 7 from deep. And most of that was from mid range. In the pick and roll, he's hard to guard, man. He's so quick and explosive, and he can elevate. Even though he's about 6'1", he can elevate over taller big. I mean, not taller bigs, taller guards and knock down the mid range jumper and elevate over taller bigs and score inside, man. He's just one of those natural scorers. You know what I mean? So, and actually, it's pretty good on defense, man. He's short, so guys can stick their shot off over him, but he's there at least. You know what I mean? So, I think that's what he has to prove. And can he facilitate and make other guys around him better? And also, can he defend? I think that's the one. If he answers those questions, then I think you'll see him, at the combine and stuff, trying to compete for a draft spot on NBA roster. Next up, gotta talk about Jesse Edwards out of West Virginia. I want to see him and Soriano go at it, man. That'll be a fun battle, man. 7 foot, super athletic, strong. 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocks in 25 minutes. But here's the thing: he was 7 of 7 from the free throw line. But here's the thing: he was 4 of 13 from the field. It was 3 dudes hitting him in the arms at all times and stuff. And at first, it was throwing him off. He was missing bunnies and stuff. Then he started playing mean. And, as Shaq say, mean and dominating. And you see it in this play right here. And he's so athletic, man. Like right here on this play, just one step from inside the free throw line, 2-hand cock back and just dunking it. Like go in the gym and just try to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. Like from the free throw line, you take one step and just explode and cock it back. That's tough. And he did that with ease, relative ease, man. So that 15 points, that it could have easily been up in the 20s, easily, if you just finish. But I know he's accustomed to finishing, 50-60% of his field goals and whatnot, man. So super talented, but like everyone, you're getting used to your teammates, you're getting used to playing again. It's been a minute, he ain't played in a while. So I'm interested to see if he can sustain it. Because this definitely, as the week go along, will be a test of mental toughness as well, because everybody's going to be done by Saturday. And we're going to see who can still come out there with the energy and make it happen, because obviously if you can't do it in a week, you're not going to be able to handle the NBA and grind. It's just as simple as that. Sean East, the second out of Missouri, steady floor general. He goes at his own pace, man. He kills you slowly but efficiently. You cannot speed that man up. I don't care how much you get up in him. He just uses his body, just takes his time, and he moves when he want to move, and he just dissects you. It's a lot like how Chauncey Billups used to dissect players when he was with the Pistons, man. He goes at his own speed, and once he gets his opportunities, he makes you pay. He finished with 18 points of 5 of 9 shooting, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, had 4 rebounds and 3 assists. But like I said, he was 8 of 9 from the free throw line, which means guys were gambling, trying to plug on and fouling him, because it's hard to explain. He goes at his own speed. He looks slow, but it's not slow. And right when he sees you about to make a mistake, that's when he goes and explodes, get to the basket, and all you can do is foul him. And then he kills you. You know what I mean? So it's a chess match with him, the ultimate chess match. And as a defender, you have to be extremely disciplined, because if you get over anxious and try to think you can get the ball, play sloppy and all that, he's gonna mess you up bad. And that's pretty much what you saw. So it is what it is. Last but not least, Marcus Domask out of Illinois. Man, sharp shooter. Sharp shooter. 18 points on 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 5 from deep, 3 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds. My man he's one of those guys, man. If he get an open shot, sub everybody out. Or if it's in practice, we running. Blow the whistle, get on the line. Y'all losing y'all damn mind. He don't miss, man. He don't miss hardly ever, man. Confident. Very confident. And the thing I like about him, he's a knockdown shooter, but he also understands how to move without the ball and keep you honest. You know what I mean? When you think like, all right, he's flashing out for the 3-point line, then he might backdoor cut you and they get the layup. Just to keep you honest, man. Just a very savvy, smart player. and he uses his shooting to open things up, open everything up. Whereas, us being from the DMV, guys, we use the handle to kind of open things up and stuff like that. He's kind of the opposite. And it's going to be interesting to see how our players and defenders try to adjust and, deal with him. It's going to be fun to watch moving forward.
All right, moving on to the final game of the night, which was Roger Brown routes K&D Rounds 93-66. Them two nightcaps, the nightcap games, things got away from folks just a little bit.
Hey man, that fourth quarter got ugly, 31-14. Roger,
in the fourth.
Yeah, Roger Brown, yeah, 31-14, man. But to me, that was the most talent as far as on the floor out of all the games that had the most talent. And I get why Roger Brown blew the doors all over off of them in the fourth quarter. That backcourt with Jameer Young and Boogie Ellis out of USC. Speed, dog. Both ends, speed. It's just quickness and speed. It's, dog. You saw it right away from the opening tip. Like they moving at a different speed, man. Like,
right.
And on you if you're not ready for that, man. Like they was able to stay with it for about 3 quarters. My leg. You know how it is. It's like the NBA season, first few games, you gotta get your legs under you.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And this is just that, and they the reason why they blew the doors open. And they're not. They weren't alone. Obviously, like, Brandon Carlson had 18 points, 7 to 10 from the field. 5 rebounds. Josh Aduro with a double-double, local kid, played up Paul VI, started at George Mason, finished up at Providence this year, 10 points, 10 rebounds on 5 of 10. Had a couple blocks as well. Jordan Wright had 15 points with 6 of 10 shooting. But Boogie Ellis and Jameer Young, Boogie had 19 points with 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 7 from deep, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. But he also had 7 rebounds and 2 assists, where Jameer Young had 15 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals. And I'm going to get to the 3 steals part defensively about him. But, I'm going to start with Jameer. Local product, played at DeMatha. Then I forget what college. Yeah, he started at a college before Maryland, but Charlotte, I believe. I think he started at Charlotte and then transferred to Maryland, became an all Big Ten player or whatnot. I know he could score the ball because he did it at Maryland. He one of the best scorers in the country, definitely in the Big Ten, leading scorer in Maryland. But defensively is something he showed me today. He really got after it. Like you see right here, the 94 feet pressing ball. That's that's Javon Quinlan, I believe, or I can. It looks like him. Javon Quinlan came, recovered. Got hit with the screen. Still fought, got the block. You know what I mean? And there was other steals that aren't going to be on the show where he read the defense where they was trying to set a pick and roll at the top, throw a cross-court pass to a wide open wing for a 3-point shot, and he read it and anticipated and stole the ball. That lets me know he has the skills to be a standout defender as well, what he brings as a scorer and facilitator, man. And even the extra pass on the break. Look, in Maryland, he's shooting that. But he realized at the next level, I got to feed my bigs, especially when they run on the floor. And like the extra pass, I mean, it right here, he wide open, he can shoot it. Nope, I'm going to give it to my big who got the board. You know what I'm saying? Reward him. And that's what you just seeing, he's showing he's an all-around guard. And that's at Maryland, 2 other times because he had to score, he wasn't able to show consistently, man. So he really impressed me. But defensively, yeah, he really woke me up to that, man. And, shout out to him. He really balled. And Boogie Ellis just a speed offensively. He's so dynamic off the bounce with his speed and quickness, man. It's just hard to stay in front of that, man. Like, he get to mix you up, and when he decides to go, he goes. And it's hard to get around, especially if it's a big right there screening you, man. By the time you get around that big, he's already up in his shot, whether it's the jumper or finishing at the basket, man. So they keep you off balance, man. That's going to get interesting to see some of these other backcourts, see what they do with it, man. Because, look, look, KD rounds outside that full court, they were right there. You know what I mean? For the most part, look, Javon Quinterly was pretty solid. 13 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 5 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 1 too many. You got to get that down, obviously. But you know, first game, everybody trying to get used to each other. You know, Alex Dukas had 14 points, 5 of 7. You know, 4 or 6 from 3. But you know, Quinterly, you know, the thing with him is he understands how to score. He's always been a scorer. You know, he got to get used to his teammates, and his teammates got to get used to him. You know what I mean? And so he can prove that he can, you know, show that he can make guys around him better. You know what I mean? So you know, this is one game. See how it continues the rest of the week. You know, solid scoring output, but obviously he got to find a way to make the guys around him better, especially with his ability to score. The ball's gonna be in his hands a lot more than others. I felt, you know, Dante Scott had a pretty solid game in the first half. He was much better. I think he shot himself out of the game late. You know, he started pretty efficient. You know, finished with 13 points on 5 of 13 shooting, but he shot 3 of 10 from deep. And I think you could clearly see he's trying to prove that he can hit NBA range threes. And like, dog, you hit a few, it's cool. Go play your game. You know, you can put the ball in the floor. He's very versatile. He can handle the rock, big body. You know, get to your spot, punish smaller players, or if you got a big, beat them off the bounce. You don't got to just settle for being out there. And I think that's what led to, you know, like I said, with that speed. You know, in the NBA, a bad shot is like a turnover. And with that speed, that fast backcourt, it don't take much. So the long rebounds, and if they get it, they gone. It's a track meet. You're not catching them. So that's what you saw. I also like TJ Bickerstaff, James Madison. Yes, he's related to Bickerstaff out of Cleveland, and the OG Bickerstaff. You know, they coached at a million teams. You know what I'm saying? Bernie, you know what I mean? And then the front office. You know, yeah, 11 points, you know, 4 or 5 from the field, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. I love his size and athleticism, man. You know, being 6'8", bouncy as he is, quick, agile, and being fairly skilled. You know what I mean? He has the makings of being a possible 3-and-D guy at the next level. He just got to be consistent and show that this week. But, you know, off to a decent start individually. Obviously, you got to get some wins because the one thing I do love about this tournament, they reward winning. You know, that's why you normally see a lot of guys from the championship team, they get the call, yeah, welcome to the combine. You know what I mean? It's simple as that because that means something, you know, and, you know, but, you know, he has the tools, man. You know, they just have to bounce back. Now that they got their, you know, first game under their belt, they should understand what's needed and what it take, man. But, hey, man, you know, convincing win for Roger Brown, man. That backcourt gonna be something to deal with.
Hey, man, we look forward to hearing you report back. Tomorrow's another 3 games tomorrow, and then you got essentially championship day on Saturday. It's a full slate of games, and like we said, I can't wait to see who's standing. Who's left standing at the end. Mm-hmm. Especially like you said, I'm really interested to see. One, I can't wait till you tell me about that match between Soriano and Jesse Edwards. I want to hear about that. And then I want to see who's able to deal with this super, super fast backcourt that Roger Brown's has. Because that just sounds depressing to deal with.
Well, let me see if they play. Well, do they have? Well, they don't really have the schedule set up yet. Yeah, they don't have the schedule set up yet. I'll check back in the morning, but hopefully they do meet up. You know,
I'm hoping for a matchup. I want to see it or hear about it rather.
Yeah, for sure.
My man caught the ball and took one step from outside the restricted circle and threw that down.
Well, what Diesel say? That's a Shaq-like dunk. That's what young.
Yes.
Shaq, yeah, that's a Shaq. 2 hands. Yeah, I can hear Shaq in my head. Bring your knees up when you're hanging on the rim.
We appreciate you guys, man. We'll check in with you same time tomorrow. So in 24 hours, expect to hear from us once again. And don't forget the previous days are right here on the Roku channel. So don't miss it. Cardell and myself, y'all have a good one.